sio tabia yangu ya kila siku. Ile tabia ya once in a while, pengine mawazo mengi and you need to relax in some place kidogo, unatuliza roho na vitu kadha wa kadha. Yes.
So like unajua ushaniambia wewe ni mtu una familia yako.
Yes.
Mama na watoto.
Yes.
Inbox yako inakaaje? Unajua Kenya kidogo mtaki trend na venye wanawake wanaanza huyu sasa ndio future yangu kitu gani?
Obviously kuna wale ambao there are those who come to your social media pale tu kwa comment section. They just put it outside there. Other like huyu ndio future yangu ndio nini vitu kama hizo. And traffic ya inbox nao pia ilipanda. Ilipanda sana, but because I understand sometimes kuna keyboard warriors, things that might not be true, and that's not the intention that mimi niko pale kwa social media for. So nimeziacha tu pending hapo. Hivyo zingine nimezifuta, nimezitoa. Naona.
Na familia iko daily take. Sasa get me What's up beautiful and amazing people, it's your girl Benny and welcome back to the Benny Experience. As always ukiwa huwezi boeka. Guess leo tumetembea sana, tumepanda ferry, tumepanda nini, tumefika Mombasani. Tuko na sijui nisemeje. Tuko na mwenye slogan ama ni muundaji wa slogan. Karibu za habari zenu.
Habari zenu tena. Mzuri sana.
Mimi nakuona hivi wewe ni handsome. What happened to the camera?
I don't know. I just found it that way. It happened. It was that day. What happened is what happened.
Ilikuwa siku ya Mungu kweli.
Ilikuwa ndio siku ya Mungu. Yes.
Umeitaka kukua kwa limelight, umeifikiria kukua famous, ama it just got you?
I've siku anticipated shots. I've never sijawahi tamani limelight. Because what I do is work of art that is a bit targeted.
Yes.
Najua it was not intentional like people might think. I did it for venye watu wanasema kutafuta the clip they shared, and then I think ilikuwa imepangwa na Mungu itakuwa hivyo na ndio ikakuwa hivyo. Yes.
Before tuongelele future, tuliona that was something that you didn't anticipate, but ikakuja na ikaenda kwa limelight. Na ulikuwa like you are mad but people are talking back to you at that moment. How did it make you feel?
Actually, that day I was not mad. I just came in a good way, and people know me. I'm not that kind of a confrontational person. I seem to mvuta nikuvute. I list engage myself in disagreements, in push and pulls. I'm always striving to be a peacemaker. So that day I was kind of greeting them, so that after greeting them, I guess to clarify to them what we had planned as the management of the club that was there by then, so that also we can advise them on the way forward. Yes.
You didn't lose it, because in the background there were noises of atuko poa sijui, they were like toka hapa. You didn't lose it. Is that the kind of person you are in your life?
Even though nilivyo, I'm like I said, I'm always striving to be a peacemaker. Somebody who tries to find solution into issues without necessarily kumfinyilia yoyote ama upande wote. So for me, they were shouting back at me, but I tried my level best to keep my cool.
We are here. You've made the name habari zenu tena. By the way, in Coast, anywhere you go to a meeting, people will start with habari zenu tena.
Yes.
Is it something you want to work on, or what is your focus? What is your future with that now? You're famous. What next?
I think habari zenu is I'd say is not a coastal kind of greeting, because greetings in coast, say for Jamaica, it's during morning hours, afternoon, and in the evening it's different. And of course, if you're somebody of Muslim faith, the greeting is assalamu alaikum.
Yes.
Yeah, but the habari zenu that I was doing it because me, I'm a middle person, brought up in Mombasa, but originally from the other part of the country. So I'd say putting it out ile siku haikuwa nimepanga, haikuwa nime-anticipate, but it was a way for me to kinda ice break na wale watu ambao walikuwa wako pale kwenye ule ukumbi wakati ule, ambao pia walikuwa na ghadhabu sana, because prior to that kulikuwa hawakufurahishwa na ile suggestion ya kwamba they needed to stop their show, tuendelee na mambo mengine. Yes.
Au kusema tu habari zenu ulikuwa kwa jaba. Is that your thing? Is that your daily thing? Unajua mimi natumia kizungu sana, lakini ukitaka unaweza niongelesha Kiswahili.
Haina shida. It's not everything has its own time, eh? During the day you are at work, that was at night. I was away out of the workplace. Na like kama size I've left work, you found me, I was just moving from a meeting that is work related.
Yes.
And today is a weekday. Yes. We focus on work related issues.
Yes.
Yeah, so ile haikuwa sababu wala sio tabia yangu ya kila siku. Ile ni tabia ya once in a while, pengine mawazo mengi and you need to relax in some place kidogo, unatuliza roho na vitu kadha wa kadha. Yes.
So like unajua ushaniambia wewe ni mtu una familia yako.
Yes. Yes.
Mama na watoto.
Yes.
Inbox yako inakaaje? Unajua Kenya kidogo mtu akitrend na venye wanawake wanaanza huyu sasa ndio future yangu kitu kama.
Obviously kuna wale ambao there are those who come to your social media pale tu kwa comment section, they just put it outside there, other like huyu ndio future yangu ndio nini vitu kama hizo. And traffic inbox now pia ilipanda sana, but because I understand sometimes kuna keyboard warriors, things that might not be true, and that's not the intention that mimi niko pale kwa social media for. So nimeziacha tu pending hapo, hivyo zingine nimezifuta, nimezitoa.
Na familia ikoje, ilitekaje? Are they taken by the same inawauma? Like kunaendaje? Una watoto wanakuona aje ukiingia kwa nyumba dadi alitrend na kitu fulani? How is the family receiving all this?
The family was also shocked. They didn't expect. Ilikuwa ni ghafla. So even kuna watoto pale mtaani tunaishi ambao pia waliona ile clip. Yeah, so when they see me, it's habari zenu, and for me I return to them like it's a normal greeting.
Yes.
Though for the children in the house they were a bit habari zenu, what was it, how is it comic, and as me as a family at my own level at the initial point I took it negatively, lakini moving forward with it, getting to talk to a number of people and nimeipokea tu kama ni kitu ambayo ilitokea, and life has to go on. Yes.
Are you a comedian? Are you a person who has this charisma? Is it something you do? You know, are you, before this, you make people laugh in a normal occasion?
Because I'm somebody who is into theater performance. I've had a chance to be given an opportunity to entertain children in my performances, even adults. Now, it has been that light kind of joke, breaking the joke kidogo, at least to ice break. Even sometimes we sit with my peers and we are having a conversation. Sometimes you drop a line and it becomes comic, not because you've planned it, I mean it was intentional, but because you just dropped it and it sounded comic. Unapata kwamba by extension I've done shows and performances that have made me play characters that are comic in nature. So that has been my journey, but ile going full throttle, maybe being a stand-up comedian, doing it even kama by nature performance day to day, no, I've not done that here.
We are talking of theatrics, you know, we can sit here and speak about the day that happened that won't help us in the future. You're talking about comic world. What kuna sinema pale nje ambayo unajua umeact kwa ndani ya hiyo sinema, na kama hakuna ukiwa kwa sinema pale theatrics, what is your role? And in future do you want to be included? Kina Rashid wako hapa anatafuta watu wana act. What is your bigger picture now that you're in comic world, you work in theatrics? Do you want kuigiza? Do you do behind the scenes? You know, kuna mtu mgeni hapa kabisa ajui theatrics ina maana gani? Pengine utueleze kidogo.
What I've done, I've written my major theatrical say presence was writing. I wrote for one of the programs that was featured on Citizen TV, which later progressed to Zuku. Wow. Yeah. So beyond that, I've been approached severally by a number of producers to write, but because of time, because sometimes the nature, the demand and the time required to do the writing for these current TV programs, nataka mtu ambaye ako available, and sometimes it requires you getting from your normal life. That is what has been a challenge to me. But moving forward, because I'm in the theater space, recently, by that time I was acting as the club secretary, but right now we had an election which confirmed me as a club secretary for the next 2 years, and there are programs that are coming in this 2024, and I want to take this skill and ability that has come out from this clip to the next level. And of course, somebody approached me, a producer approached me, that we need to build the character around Habari zenu that can, it's educative, edutainment, something that is educative, that can be available on web series. Because also I do voice stories. I do voice stories for children, and we do what we call audiobooks. So that has been my line of work. Sometimes I write short stories. I've done anthology. I've written for stage. I've written for TV. So this is the time that, through this opportunity, actually producers have followed me on the possibility of doing audio series. I did translation for an election kind of radio program called Gutuka, that was being done by Well Told Stories. Then now this is the time that people have approached me. Now put this character into place. Actually, people are very funny. I got an offer for a dental arrangement.
I almost went there.
So I posted last week on Saturday. I in Lingia Live, because people followed me in my inbox. You want to get to hear about it online, because you get interviews from me and there. So I moved in live. So I put a poll. How many of you are advising me I go for the dental realignment ama nibaki hivi? Somebody akanapenda bana, il venye ulivo, as long as haikuzuii, as long as hauko soko, kaa nayo na ujenge character yako.
Not even being on soko, have you ever thought that your dental alignment is an issue?
It has never been an issue. No, this was an accident.
Sorry,
it was an accident. Ukiangalia ipo hapa juu na hapa kwa chini, it was an accident.
Oh, so you had normal?
It was a normal dental formula. Na in my life imekuwa haina issue. Kukula naweza kukula, kukunywa naweza kukunywa, kutafuna naweza kutafuna. So haijakuwa issue kwangu. Unajua? But mtu amejitokeza anataka kusimamia hiyo gharama. Watu akaniambia usiende. So I was just waiting for this week for my holiday to conclude, because pia I had an experience when braces, nilifungiwa braces. It was very painful. So me na ile phobia bado, because the experience at that time when they were trying to restructure my teeth, zile vile zilikuwa kidogo nilisikia uchungu. So sasa bado niko na ile uoga. So naangalia kama naweza kana meno yangu hivi. And I'm almost getting off age. Hakuna dharura. Maybe ni vitu za mpira za blada za kufinika tu nikienda mahali. Fikajua ndenge into character naziondoa.
And your English is so well structured.
Yes.
When someone is in coast, we expect a good Swahili person, but your English is well structured. The Habari zenu person versus this person. There are so many different people. What's your real name and where are you born from?
My real name is Noli Wilson Rai, and my parents are from Nyanza, but I've been born in Mombasa, grew in Mombasa all along my life.
You studied here?
Everything here for more than 3 decades. Sitaki niseme jina umri wangu nitasumbua watu, but I've done more than 3 decades. But I'm yet to reach the fourth floor. So I performed very badly in English in school. So after school, I moved into a community drama group. That used to focus on storytelling, public speaking, and solovers. So through those sessions, from the training about elocution, diction, and such alikes, I managed to improve on my English. So it's through that performance, and I also train. I train children who want to improve on their eloquence, on gesticulation, and such alikes, both theatrical basis and of course to build that person. So it's a process that I undertook myself, and I do a lot of readings for English material, whether in web-based, whether in print, whether in newspapers. So from that, I get to learn and improve my English pole pole. When I was moving to college, I also did bridging. I did business English, which kidogo pay can boost kidogo. So that informs my transition, though I did very badly because I hated my English teacher. He used to chase me away from class severally because he thought I'm a joker. Najua. But Mungu akanisaidia on this other side, so I got to improve my grammar. Now life in a song. Yes.
There is maybe one advice you give people. There's someone wants to address people and then they start backfire on someone, but you took it nicely and calmly. But also there's those kids that are growing that don't respect elders, people who have already gone a few decades, like you have said 3 decades. What advice do you have for them?
I think knowledge is power. Being informed, number one, is very, very important. If you're somebody who understands your position and can stand by it because of the facts, that is one very important thing. And then, of course, get to exercise and experiment your position. And of course, we usually talk of assertion because you must have a point. You must have a point that is singular, that is directional, that is driving towards something that can convince the others. And then also, there is the need of, when you're communicating to convince the other side. I'm not communicating to confront. When I communicate to confront, we will get into a confrontation. And at the end of the day, we won't reach a consensus. So mine is to get to convince the other party. So they get to understand what is my position and what is the value of my position. And then, of course, there is a buy-in. Sometimes you have to let go because you don't need to keep on pulling a coconut tree, yet you can't uproot it. You can uproot grass and something of the sort or that nature, but you can't uproot a coconut tree. So sometimes also learn to give in, to buy in. And like one of my directors used to tell me, sometimes you have to kill your baby. Sometimes an idea does not fly, a position does not go with the people, does not cross with the masses. Sometimes you just have to let go. Yes.
Okay, and probably you're here. Tumesema next phase is going to theatre. You also have other works you do for the government. Probably someone will want to know what is that you really do except theatre.
Yeah, I'm into community development. I run an organization that empowers community on civic engagement and livelihood opportunities. So that is where I'm based 8 to 5. It's an organization I founded to empower community members. So we work with adolescent girls and young women on meaningful and ethical engagement on health, budgeting and programming. We also do a movement on arts and media, modern and traditional media, social media and media kisasa, so that people can be able to advance and create greater awareness around human rights, rule of law and social accountability, which we call journalism for social justice. So beyond that, we run a mentorship program with the young people who seem to be disadvantaged in one way or the other in the community, so that they can be able to get into meaningful and ethical socio-economic development. Yes.
Probably now you have funds, but fans wako ni wa habari zenu. Before the theatrics and before the community, this is where you work. But now you are fans, and this fan base you may build from Habari zenu. They need to hear you speak it with your own words, with your own slogan.
Sawa. Habari zenu tena. Mimi ndiye Noli Wilson Rai wa statement hiyo ambayo mmesikia na imetrend kwa muda mrefu sana ya habari zenu. Asanteni. Yes.
Asante sana. We finally happy to host you. We can maybe not today alone. We can meet, talk, and you do mentorship. You do better programs. We can look to how we can change Kenya and the future.
Kabisa.
Guys, it's one-on-one with the one and only Habari zenu Wilson from Mombasa. Umesikia kizungu? Nilikuwa ninafikiria Kiswahili itanikalia ngumu, lakini we've done it. The English was Englishing. So guys, let's support him on theatrics, let's support him on the community, and also let's follow him on all social platforms. Unajitaji?
Mimi jina langu na maintain the same, Noli Wilson Rai.
Uwezi utaki kuchange ingia habari zenu?
Not change. I was using Jarateng. Jarateng is one of the of the name I've been using for a very long time because of a production that I did about the kingdom of Jorotenge. So that is what many people call me. Even that is what is on my Truecaller.
Wow.
People have saved me. People, when you do a Truecaller, you'll see Jarateng.
So we want to change that to Habari zenu.
Jarateng to Habari zenu.
Yes. Maybe it can work.
Tutajaribu.
Asante sana.
Thank you so much.
For your time.
Asante.